What do you want to talk about?
Well, one problem that I frequently have with my improvising is just kind of getting into the habit of soloing, but not really with a purpose. So eventually it just becomes, just kind of noodling around.
Yeah. So we can see where you're at. So I'll play the rhythm. You play the lead. All right. Nice noodling.
Thank you.
All right. So, for instance, one thing you could do is like plan out like the whole solo a bit more. Like you don't only need to think about the 12 bars because if you're playing like two sets of them, then you think about 24 bars. And in that set of these 24 bars, there are a couple of things, important moments that can be happening. Like for instance, if you want to add tension in your soloing, it's really important to determine where you want to start that forward steering motion. Over the 5 chord, like the turnaround, usually people either ignore this chord or they emphasize this chord by targeting some of the notes. Once you're up to a certain level, you might start really zooming in on that chord by targeting some of the notes, like. So this is a typical lick that ends on the 5 chord, which you could be playing at the end of the 12 bar. Now the problem with this is it's a cool little trick that everyone uses, and it sounds like you know what you're doing if you're playing this, but it ends the 12 bar right there, so there's no tension you can build up. So one thing you could do, I'm not sure if you were here last year with the masterclass about building tension.
Yep.
Yeah, you could start out like at the ending of the first 12 bar with a repetitive ID, like the one we were just doing and discussing like the other minute with Peter, was this lick. There are many others, of course, that you can use. Things like this. Like things that are more complicated as well. But you can start out with such an ID and then repeat it over the chords that are played at the last chords of the first 12 bar, and then continue it all the way over the first bars, so all the way up until the 13th and 14th bar of the whole progression. All right. One more thing you can do is think about whatever you want to express. So for instance, the exercise we did earlier was just thinking about a moment in your life that's really emotional in a good way, or maybe in a sadder way, or anything you want to express, and just hold that thought in your mind while you are playing the solo. You can start out with one moment or one emotion and then shift gradually towards another one during your solo. You can just use one emotion as well. So we're all guys. We're not going to talk about. so just think for yourself about a moment in your life that you would want to express musically, or a couple of different things, and try to add them there in the solo. And also, while you're doing this, just keep in your mind and back of your mind that you want to build up the tension over the course of several 12 bars. All right, let's try it. Yes, man. Good.
Thank you.